Hey everybody, Justin from Walleye Warriors Outdoors here. So today I am going to show you how to change the oil on a Mercury 115 Pro XS. Pretty simple to do, but I'm going to show you how we do it today. So you're going to want to leave your motor tilted all the way up for about 5 minutes or so. That's going to allow any excess oil to drain. So get it tilted up, start that way, leave it for 5 or 10 minutes. You really can't leave it too long. I'm just going to tilt it down now. It's been up about 10 minutes. So we are going to tilt it all the way down. There we are. Okay, so we're going to remove the cover now, and the latch is right here on the back, so we're just going to pull that out and get that up, get that taken off, and just set that right in the boat there. So as you can see, we got our oil filled right back here. Let's use that. We've got our dipstick right here, check oil, and then we've got our oil filter right here. Now how we drain the oil, we're going to get our oil drain pan over here on the right side. And what we've got is we've got the drain plug right here. So this is a 5/8 inch right here. You're just going to get a wrench and get that loose just a little bit. You don't want to take it all the way out. You're just going to want to get it just a little bit loose. So get that wrench on there. Okay, there it came. Get that turned a little bit more. You don't want to turn it too much. And then we're going to get our drain hose on. This is a 7/8 inch, I believe, inside diameter, or 7/16. I might be 7/16. So that's just going to get right on here. So we're going to put that on there. This other side. I've used this one a lot. So now we've got our oil drain. We're just going to turn that with our hands, or maybe a wrench, until the oil starts to come out. Now you do not want to take it all the way out. You will ruin the seal in there. You just want to keep turning it until a little bit of oil comes out. Come on, baby. Okay, here comes some oil. All right. So then I'm going to just give it a little bit more return to speed it up. So as you can see, that oil is going to be coming out here a little bit more just to speed up the flow. It's working its way down the tube, and now you can do it by hand a little bit. As you can see, the oil is starting to drain. There is 5 quarts in here. These Mercury 115s Pro XS take 5 quarts of oil. The color of our oil is really good. Doesn't look like there's any water in anything, so that's really, really good. We should be able to open a little bit more now to get a little bit faster flow. And you can use a 5-gallon bucket and leave the hose in there. I kind of like to just baby this. And we got a lot more flow coming down, so this should go a lot faster here. We've got our oil drained. We had to switch buckets because we were filling the other one up, but it is completely drained. You want to make sure everything, even a little bit at the end, is coming out. So we just got a little bit trickling out. Everything for the most part is great. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to tighten this plug back up, this oil drain plug, and that's a 5/8 inch. And then we're going to remove the hose after we tighten it up. So sometimes this hose is stiff, so as you're turning, the bottom can flop out and hit you. So just be careful of that. So we're going to go ahead and tighten this up. Come on. Okay, I just got a little bit snug, so now I'm going to remove my hose. Kind of leave it in there. I'm going to put that oil aside. We got a little bit of residue coming out, so we want to tighten this. Just kind of tighten it by hand. You don't want to really crank down on it. You just want to get it nice and snug a little bit there. Perfect. And then we're going to take our rag, clean up any other residue still coming out that's kind of left in this little area right here, and we'll clean that up in a little bit later. So no more oil coming out. So now we're going to move on to the oil filter. So our oil filter is located right here. Now there is a little pan under here to catch any oil, and there's also a little plug here that you can remove to drain it, but we're just gonna wipe it up. Usually there's not too much left in there. So we're gonna grab hold of that thing, and you can use channel locks. You can use an oil filter wrench. Most of the time I can just use my 2 hands. So we're gonna, okay, we got that twisted off. It's coming. Make sure she comes out nicely. And keep that upright. As you can see, we don't have much coming out. Everything was really drained well. So we're gonna set our oil filter aside. We are gonna grab our new oil filter, and we are gonna open one of our quarts of the Mercury authorized 4-stroke 10W30 synthetic blend. This is what they recommend. That goes in the Mercury 115 Pro XS. So we're just gonna open that because I'm gonna dip my finger in there, and we're gonna get a little bit of new oil to put around the seal of the new oil filter. So we got some on my finger. We just kind of rub it around the seal a little bit. Don't overdo it. That's fine. Wipe myself off. And then we're gonna put that right back in. Oh, you want to clean out a little oil down here in this pan if some drip down. We just had a couple drips, nothing major. So then we're gonna put the new oil filter back on. Obviously don't force it. It should go nice and easy. You don't want to cross those threads. So it's going on nicely. Get it nice and snug. Now to put this on, you don't want to use channel locks. You want to use an oil filter wrench or your bare hands, because those channel locks will dig in and damage the oil filter. So I get it as tight as I can, and then I crank on it with my 2 hands, about as tight as I can get it. So you are not going to leak on that. That thing is super tight. So it is on there really, really good. So then we're going to move to our oil fill. So this is our oil fill cap right here. This outboard takes 5 quarts. They made it really simple. You buy 5 quarts, you dump 5 quarts in. So we're going to get our first one going. Just get up here and dump it in. All right, first quart going in. I kind of let it dribble. Even if you got a little bit coming out, I like to make sure I get all 5 quarts in. So I'll leave this like this for about 30 seconds or so. That'll be pretty good right there. Okay, we're going to dump 4 more quarts in, but we are not going to make you watch us do that. All right, so we're getting our 5th quart in here. Getting just down to the end of it here. So get our 5 quarts in. Just like that. Now obviously you want to dispose of the oil that you took out responsibly. Take it down to your city recycling center. Find out where you can get rid of it. Don't just throw it in the woods, throw it in the water especially. You want to get rid of it. Make sure you recycle everything you possibly can. So we got our 5 quarts in. We're going to grab our rag and our cap. We're going to wipe up any oil around it. Keep everything clean. Put our cap on. All right, that's on there nice and tight. We're going to come back over here to our oil filter. I want to see if there's any oil coming out of the bottom of it in case there's a leak or anything, or it's not tight. Everything is fine. And then we're going to come down to here, and we got a little bit of residue coming out. That might just be because it's in that cylinder, so we're just going to make sure it's tight with the wrench, and it's tight, so should be fine there. But we just had a couple drops coming out. It's probably just left over from that cylinder. So there we have it. So we got new fresh oil in there, new oil filter. Now you want to check the level right now on your dipstick here. Make sure you got enough in. Now they recommend 5 quarts, so we're just gonna pull that out. If I can, my hands are slippery. Okay, and then we're just gonna measure that oil. We're gonna look, and we are right in the wheelhouse. We're right in the middle here where this is all good, and this is add down here, so we are about right there. So we are right where we are supposed to be. Put that back in there. All right, get that, and we're gonna grab our cover. Get our cover back on quick. All right, we got that down. Snap our cover on, perfect. So hey, that's the oil change of the 115 Mercury Pro XS. So we really appreciate you guys tuning in. Really simple, really easy to do, can save you a ton of money. I think parts are only around $20, $25. versus $100 and some if you take it to a shop and have somebody else do it. Very, very simple. So appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.